Hey, how's it going? This is Johnny and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be going over 5 things that I had to learn how to avoid as an illustrator. These are 5 mistakes I made and hopefully you guys don't make the same ones. If you like art tutorials and videos where we break down things in a simple way and teach you not only how to be a better artist, but how to make money off your art, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you're a part of the channel, and trust me, you're gonna find something here that you really enjoy. So make sure that you're a part of the community. So the first thing I want you to do as an artist is don't draw without a purpose. What do you mean by that, Johnny? Well, as an artist, sometimes we work on things when we're sad or when we're down, or maybe you're going through artist block and you might grab a pen, a paper, and you might doodle. You draw a little bit. But I don't want you to always do that. I want you to have an idea of what you're gonna draw before you get started. You're gonna have a clearer illustration. You're gonna be able to work a little faster. And the best thing about it is you're gonna know what you're doing. So you're not wasting time really trying to discover what you're gonna draw. Now you might tell me, hey Johnny, I do that all the time. But what I want you to do is have drafts of it. So what you're doing is practicing little illustrations of what you do before you draw it. It's gonna teach you how to be a better professional artist. It's gonna make sure that you have a structure and an understanding. Plus, if you ever want to look back on what you're doing and you want to learn from your mistakes, you can go back to those early drafts and see what you did differently so you can become a better artist and understand your flaws. The next thing I want you to do is learn from multiple artists. I speak about this all the time. You should not learn from just one source. Having multiple artists that you study from, that you emulate, that you design similar to will help you make sure that you don't have just one person's flaw. If you learn from one artist, you're gonna pick up their strengths and their weaknesses. So at some point, you're gonna actually take in some of the things that they don't do as well. I'm not saying that professional artists aren't great. Each artist has something that they specialize in while also learning how to do something else better. So your artist might be really good at characters, but they might not be good at animals. Your artist might be good at structure, but they're not good at people. You gotta understand how some people have different skills, and that's why you wanna learn from each artist. You wanna learn how to take from her, from him, from them, from us. You want to take from everywhere and put it all together. The next thing I want you to do is avoid procrastinating. Now, what is procrastinating? Really? You don't know what procrastinating is? You clearly know how to procrastinate. Have you drawn everything you said you was going to draw this year? Forget that. Have you drawn or worked on the pieces you said you was going to work on this week? Or did you give yourself reasons or excuses not to get started at the time you know you should have? That's procrastination. As an artist, I always procrastinated. I told myself, hey, I can do that later. Or hey, I can work on the rest of it at a better time. Or hey, I can do this when I feel like it. To be honest with you, you might love to illustrate. You might love to do anything in life. But the best time to do it, or the best time to usually work on something, is in that moment where you tell yourself to do it. Try your best not to avoid the situation and try your best not to push it to the side, because something else is going to come and you're going to use that excuse, then something else is going to come and then you're going to use that excuse and something else is going to come, and guess what? You're going to use that excuse again. So we want you to avoid that by taking the time to do what you got to do. You want to work on what you say when you said you're going to work on it. Perfect example. If someone said that they were going to meet you at a certain time and they failed not to meet you there, you'll be upset. So why not hold yourself to the same standard? Tell yourself that I'm going to do this here and I'm going to do this now. I was a person that always procrastinated, that always gave 1,000 excuses and reasons, but then I learned the only person I hurt is myself. So you want to avoid that. That's something that I'm stressing as much as I can. Someone is going to come up with your idea, what you put into the air, and make it possible. And then you're going to be upset. You're going to tell everybody how you had this great idea, but someone else executed because you procrastinated. The fourth thing I want you to do is do not avoid your weakness. Whatever you're not good at, try to work on it. I stress this all the time because it's important to realize that when you avoid your weakness, all you're doing is selling yourself short. I used to be an artist that would design and draw things all the time. Friends and family will ask me, hey Johnny, let me see the last thing you worked on. I would show it to them, but unfortunately the hand was missing. The foot was missing. Sometimes it was no head. It was just a body, just a floating body, different parts. And they would ask me, what happened to the rest of the illustration? Well, I didn't get a chance to really work on it. So why did you show it to me? Show me something else. I showed them the next thing. There was more things missing in that illustration as well. So what I want you to do is learn when you start, you finish. Or if you got to pause, you get back to it. Make sure that you get back to what you're working on. Do not avoid what you're not good at. If you practice it more, if you work on it, if you really try to structure yourself to do what you say you're going to do and do what you're avoiding or do the thing that you're not great at, eventually you're going to be good at it. So don't try to push it off, because the more you push it off, the further back it is and the harder it is to overcome what you're lacking in, what you're trying to avoid, what you're trying to escape. The last thing I do not want you to do, this is something that you need to avoid because this happens to everyone. Do not get frustrated and quit. Don't take a week off. Don't take a month off. Definitely don't take a year off. The reason why I'm telling you is, in that time that you took time off, someone else was still working and you had ideas in your head that was still flowing. You want to put those things on paper. If you're a writer, write it down. Don't get frustrated at the fact that you wasn't writing at the level you think you should be writing on. Keep going. The reason you get better is because you keep going. If you're an artist and you feel like your art isn't coming out well, or you're going through artist block, find ways to keep going and fight through it, because once you break that wall, now you became a better artist. Now you know what to do when you're feeling low. So now you'll know how to cope with artist block a little better. You'll know the things that you got to do in order to make sure that as a creator, as an artist, that things are better over time. When you get frustrated, the only person you hurt is yourself. I cannot stress that enough. The only person you hurt when you get frustrated is you. So try your best to stay level-headed no matter what you do in life. In order to be great, you have to stack small wins. And sometimes a small win is just to keep going and to show up. Keep going, show up, work, and work harder. And eventually it adds up enough so now you have a bigger win. And then you add it up a little more. You know, you put your 10,000 hours in and now you're a little closer to your goal. I don't want you to worry about the whole journey. Worry about small milestones. Hey, maybe I just take a couple steps forward. Maybe I draw 2 things today. Maybe I work on 2 illustrations. Maybe I work on 2 pieces of my comic book. Everybody said they want to be a comic book artist, including myself. And what I did was I looked at the whole picture and I got a little discouraged. Now that I break it down, I can work on YouTube videos, I can work on my comic, and I can work on the things that I need to improve on as an artist without being overwhelmed. Small victories add up. I'm going to say it again. Small victories add up. And you want to be the person adding, not subtracting, and definitely not standing still. Because if you're standing still, you're slowing down. And the worst thing is, on your rise, if you're rising up and you're standing still, you know what you're doing? You're watching other people rise. You're looking up, and as an artist or as a creator, you're already good enough to critique your work and other people's work. So you're going to see other people leveling up while you standing still. And you definitely don't want to do that. So I appreciate you guys for stopping by, watching this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you was able to take these 5 things and pay attention to them. Remember, these are 5 things that almost every artist go through. So you're not alone. We all have things to work on. But I want to make sure that you understand that your greatness is closer than you can ever imagine. The 5 things we want you to avoid as any creator, no matter what it is, writing, drawing, dancing, singing, no matter what it is. First is, you want to do whatever you're doing with a purpose. Don't just do it aimlessly. Have a reason for why you do it. Keep it structured. After, you want to learn from multiple creators. Don't just learn from one person. Make sure that you take a little bit from everywhere. The third thing you don't want to do is to procrastinate. Your time is now. You don't want to watch people become successful while you have the same skill and ability, and you might even be better naturally, but because you didn't work hard and you let them pass you, now you're watching their success instead of people knowing your success. The fourth thing you want to do is do not avoid your weaknesses. Your weaknesses will help you become stronger. Once you know what you need to work on, go out there and work on it. You want to make it a habit to learn what you need to work on. And the last thing you want to do is please do not get frustrated and give up. It's okay, sometimes you're feeling down, sometimes you're feeling low, but do not quit on yourself. Here on Rosa Studios, we want to make sure that we're spreading positivity and you guys understand that you're not in this alone. We're a community of like-minded creators and we're going to all go out there and make it happen. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. If there's anything that you took from this video, let us know in the comment section below. If there's anything you want to see in the next up and coming videos, let us know as well. We have so many videos coming and there's so many ideas that I'm taking from you guys and applying to new videos. So I want to say thank you to the suggestions we've had. Like the video and share it. We want to spread it with as many artists and creative people as we possibly can because we're here to help everyone. No matter what your profession is, We're all learning and growing together. And finally, hit that subscribe button. That notification bell is right next to it. And you don't want to miss out. These videos are coming. And you know what? With everything going on, there's always adversities. Sometimes you're a little late to something, but it's okay. Because we're going to show you here at Rosa Studios. We're going to make it happen. And if you need a little bit of help, because we need a little bit of help at times, we're here to do it together. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.